Hi everyone, welcome back to the Anand studio. Today we have another very special guest of ours, Mr. R Venkatesh. We'll jump straight in to a discussion with him. Namaskaram, sir.
Namaskar, sir.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much. Pleasure is mine. And pleasure is mine to talk to you and your viewers on this wonderful occasion of Mahalaya.
Happy Mahalaya.
Yeah.
Right, sir. So my first question is, we are hearing about this 75 FIRs being booked for a gathering in Chennai Kapaleeswarar temple in Chennai. Okay, is that true or is that a rumor? Can you just take us through that, what really happened?
Okay. It is true and also false.
Okay.
It is like the Schrodinger's cat. Okay. We have not yet received, anybody has not yet received the FIR.
Okay.
Or nobody has been called to the police station and handed over the copy of the FIR. So a few have been called and they were asked to tell the police that they will not indulge in such activities in future. And some of them reportedly, nobody has met me and said this, but some of them have yielded to the police request. The police has not handed over the FIR. And incidentally, there is only one gentleman, T.R. Ramesh, who was not present in the meeting, but whose name was included in the FIR. And he was in Bangalore on that day for a wedding. And he has gone for an anticipatory bail. And the courts in Madras were pleased, I'm told, the Madras High Court was pleased to grant him anticipatory bail. So that's where it stands. I don't know of whether any other person has sought anticipatory bail and or whether they have been arrested or whether there is any copy of the FIR. Because usually the copy of the FIR is available in the web. But on this number, the web does not throw up the FIR. So some of us are planning to see if we can procure it from the court. And let us see what happens.
Okay. So when did this happen? August 31st, is it? This gathering, and what was the gathering about? If you can take us through that a little more.
Yeah. In fact, you will be surprised that the charges against us are under 143, unlawful assembly. But I just looked through the IPC for definition of unlawful assembly, which is embedded in section 141. Okay. And incidentally, rumors are that I'm also named in the, I also belong to that 141, 75 members. Oh. So I'm one of the lucky 75. So it says, see, unlawful assembly. What is an unlawful assembly? Do you and I meet, does it become unlawful assembly, or what is it, the ingredients? They say, first, to overthrow by criminal force or show of criminal force. Now, inside the temple, bhaktas were sitting and chanting Jai Kapali and about the glory of Lord Shiva. Cannot by any stretch of imagination be held to be a criminal force. There were people who were gathered, and we had publicized it in the internet and Twitter and Facebook. So there was a large contingent of policemen video recording the entire gathering. Not one guy spoke anything harsh, much less anything abusive or anything which was derogatory or repulsive or repugnant to the entire context. So it was absolutely peaceful. Nobody spoke about their rights. Everybody spoke about their duties. And we all said we owe a duty to our own temples to maintain it cleanly, to maintain it in a very harmonious manner, to see that the janitorial staff are supported, the archakas are supported, the temple management is getting supported, even the police should be supported, the footwear keeper at the entrance of the temple must be supported, the lady who sells the flower must be supported, people who have large commercial establishment in and around the temple, who form an integral part of the temple, must be supported. So this was our plea, that we must make inroads to those people and take care of the secular aspects of the temple. So it was in a way going to the divine to take care of the secular. So that's where we were all doing. So now coming to the second one, to resist the execution of any law or of any legal process, which was never there, to commit any mischief or criminal trespass or other offense. So there was no criminal trespass because it was a public space. Fourth, by means of criminal force or show of criminal force to any person or to obtain possession of any property or deprive a person of the enjoyment of a right of way, which was not there, or use of water or incorporeal right which may be of which he is in possession or enjoyment to enforce any right or supposed right, or fifth, by means of criminal force or show of criminal force to compel any person to do what he is legally bound, he is not legally bound to do, or to omit to do what he is legally entitled to do. Now, we don't fit in any of this definition, ingredients. There was no criminal force. At best, that was a sattvic force, absolutely benign, absolutely in devotion, and 75 people have been named in the FIR. So we will get to the bottom of it, and we will see what is to be done under a manner known to law. And I'm fully on top of the matter, and I will see to that justice is done. And
it was not a planned gathering and all that, right? I mean,
it was planned.
It was planned.
Okay. It was planned. We advertised it in the Facebook, Twitter. We said we are meeting, and we said those who want to join can join. There's nothing sinister about it. There was no conspiracy, and it was a clarion call given by Bhaktas, and all Bhaktas met. So meeting in a temple by per se cannot be attributed to any sort of any design.
Got it. All right, sir. May truth prevail.
Pardon me?
May truth prevail, I said.
Yeah, it will. But right. Incidentally, this evening, as a sequel, some of the Bhaktas met in the Vadapani temple as a second step. And this time what we did not publicize in the Twitter. Instead, we used the WhatsApp. And we were able to go to the temple. And we sat there for between 5 and 6:15 and held the same conversation, but with a different set of people. And this time the police did not know. So this is a very clear indication and a proof that the same conversation with the same type of bhaktas are being held in temples. But this time, since we did not advertise, the police were caught unawares and they did not know about it. And till now, they don't know about it also, till I tell you now.
Oh. Okay.
So that's why we held it.
Got it. Interesting, sir. Let's see what happens next. And as you said, you are already on top of that. So we'll hope best.
Yeah. See, the whole idea is that we should do something to ensure that the temples are. We owe a duty to the temples. The temples are not merely places of worship as it would be, say, in the case of a church, or a place of congregation as it would be in the case of Islam. Temples are places of worship and much more. Okay, as far as the Hindus are concerned. So to reduce it to a place of worship and to say that this place of worship is something that administratively or for the secular issues will be taken care of by the government, in my view, is something that is not acceptable. But we will, within the four corners of law, we'll have to fight out the HR&C Act, and there is a challenge that is going on in the Supreme Court. Hopefully, the Supreme Court will see reason and hand the temples back to the Bhaktas. And of course, there will be huge problems when the transition happens in terms of administration. Who will administrate, whether you will administer or I will administer, and what will be the consequences. All these things will be there. but it will probably provide a greater cohesion within the society, and there will be greater harmony that will be a byproduct over a period of time, with different castes and communities coming together to manage the temple. And that would be an excellent way of managing the temple. So, so how the temples were managed in the yesteryears and how the temples have to be managed in these current modern times is something that we need to probably take some lessons from the past, but tweak it to suit the modern day, and be prepared for a day when the temples will be handed over back to the community.
Got it.